Thank you for joining Yoga with Pretty Zen.
Today, we're going to do a very easy, gentle flow, mostly just some sun sal work, starting with seated sun sal, then sun sal A, and then sun sal B. We're going to start in a little bit of shavasana. I want to just start on the mat, so let's do that. Come into your mat. Once you're comfortable, lay down and flat on your back. Letting today's worries and cares go away. As you inhale gratitude and exhale all negative thoughts and feelings, anxiety, worry, stress. Allow yourself to focus on the breath as you inhale and exhale. And come into a relaxing state. Preparing our minds to work together with our bodies and align with our spirits as we practice today. When you're ready, give yourself a stretch by reaching your arms out over the head. And you stretch out. Allow the arms to lead yourself up close to the ears as we peel ourselves off the mat, engaging each muscle and coming all the way to our forward fold, seated forward fold. Okay. Our first position is actually going to be on easy seat. So from the front, it looks like this. I'm going to turn to the side. So our first position, you're going to get an easy seat. Come into prayer.
Hands at heart center, spine elongated.
On your next inhale, you're going to lift the arms up and your body will follow.
Inhale up for upward salute. Lengthening through the spine, palms together. Exhale as you bring your arms down to meet the mat. Hips meet the back of your feet as you extend your arms forward, forehead meeting the mat, coming into child's pose, and breathe.
Remembering to stretch those shoulder blades out. Release and come up to table. We're going to do some cat-cows here.
Inhale and drop the belly down, releasing the hips up as you gaze up towards the sky. Exhale as you round your back for cat, pushing your tailbone in. Inhale, pushing the tailbone up, lifting the head. And exhale as you push away from your mat, rounding your spine and dropping your head towards the mat. Inhale, cow, as you look up and push up the tailbone. And exhale, cat, pulling the tailbone in, rounding through the spine, dropping our gaze towards the mat. Inhale, cow, again lifting that tailbone as your gaze goes up, dropping the belly low. And exhale, cat, as you look down, rounding your spine. Inhale, cow, again looking up, tailbone up, belly down. And lastly, cat, as you round that, tuck the toes under and push up at the hips, creating a V as you come into downward dog. Breathing through, allowing your heels to touch the mat if you can, dropping the head and allowing it to hang. Drop the knees, coming into a tabletop position. As you push back and release the arms forward, allowing your forehead to come to the mat into child's pose. You can release your hips if you need to, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Continue to breathe in this pose. Coming up slowly in hero as palms come together into upward salute. Engaging in the core, lengthening through the spine. Hands come down into prayer at heart center. Inhale, arms up into upward salute. Exhale, bottom meets the feet, hands come into heart center, and extend forward as the head comes down, again into child's pose. Enjoying this gentle stretch. Coming back up into a tabletop position. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, lifting the tailbone. And exhale, cat, rounding that shoulders. Inhale, bring it up to cow. And exhale, cat again. Curling those toes under, coming back into down dog. Again, extending through the shoulders, having those heels touch the back of the mat if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Just do whatever feels great to you at this moment. Remembering to take breaths and to breathe. Look up between the hands and bring the knees back down as we come into child's pose once more. Again, forehead meeting the mat, arms extended ahead of us. Knees can be together or spread apart, creating space. Come back up slowly. Again, coming into heart center. As we inhale, upward salute. Tucking the tailbone in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, down to heart center. Coming into hero. Pushing up through the toes, lifting the hips to downward dog. Hop or jump forward to the top of your mat. Straighten the legs, coming into forward fold. And inhale all the way up as hands come down. Exhale into heart center. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Grabbing behind your legs, pulling in, giving yourself a deeper stretch. Try to keep the back straight, not curled over how you see me. Hands meet the floor, and right leg steps back into a low lunge. Lengthen through the spine as you breathe through the pose. Left leg meets the right at the back of the mat, coming into a plank position. Hold for a few breaths. Knees meet the mat, chest and then chin. Belly meets the mat, pushing through the arms for cobra. Allowing our lower backs to get a stretch. Toes tuck under, push back at the hips, creating a low V, coming back into down dog. Pedaling the feet. Look up through your hands and allow the right foot to come between the hands. Coming into a low lunge on the right side. Lengthen through the spine. And step the left leg to meet the right leg. As you straighten your legs out for a forward fold. And inhale all the way up. Hands come together, palms come together at heart center. Take a few breaths here. Inhale the hands up and exhale, forward fold. All the way down. Hands meet behind you, pulling yourself in. Hands meet the mat as right foot steps back, coming into a low lunge on the right side. Spine lengthening, gazing forward. Left leg meets the right leg at the back of the mat, coming into plank. Hold as you engage your core. Knees meet the mat, then chest, then chin. As you pull through, letting the hips meet the mat for cobra, extending through the arms. Toes tuck under, hips float back, coming back into down dog. Push through the shoulders, allowing the head to hang heavy. Right leg meets between the hands at the front of the mat, coming back into a low lunge. Holding here, lengthening the spine. Left leg meets right leg. As you come into a forward fold. Inhale all the way up, lengthening through the spine, palms meet together, coming back down for heart center. Taking a few breaths here. Come into mountain pose. Tailbone tucked in, feet spread apart and grounded. Fingers spread apart. Engaging the core. As you take deep breaths in and out. Inhale and bend the knees, coming into chair, arms above you. Exhale, forward fold, hands come down, meeting below. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Remembering to breathe, hands meet the mat. Step or hop back into plank and hold for a few moments. Push the hips back and up into downward dog, allowing the neck to hang heavy and the heels to reach the mat. Step the left foot between the hands at the front of the mat as you release both hands up into a high lunge. Release the right heel down, parallel as you keep the hands extended for Warrior One. Release both hands back to frame the left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right as you come back into plank. Knees meet the mat, then chest, then chin, then hips as the arms extend, coming into Cobra, lengthening through the chest, giving our backs a stretch. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips up, coming into Downward Dog. Step the right foot between the hands and release the arms up off of the mat as you come into a high lunge. Rotate the left foot as you come into Warrior on this side. Release the hands back to the mat. Right foot meets left as you come into plank. Release the hips back up into Downward Dog. Step or hop the feet back up to the top of the mat. Come into Forward Fold, half lift. Exhale, Forward Fold. Inhale, bend the knees, coming into chair. Remembering to breathe, exhale all the way up, inhale all the way up, and exhale, palms together into heart center. Taking a few breaths here. Again, starting in mountain. Inhale all the way up, feet together, thighs together, coming into chair. Arms framing the ears. Exhale, forward fold, going all the way down, allowing the head to hang heavy. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Again, allowing the head to hang heavy. Hands meet the ground as you step or hop both feet back into a plank position. Knees meet the mat, chest and then chin as you roll up into Cobra. Lifting the chest, opening the heart. Tuck the toes as you push back into Downward Dog, releasing the neck and the head, allowing it to hang as you push through your shoulders. Step the left foot between the hands as you release the hands off the mat into the air and release the right foot parallel, coming into Warrior. Release the hands back down to the mat, framing the left foot. Left foot meets the right foot at the back of the mat, coming back into a plank. Knees meet the mat, chest, then chin as you roll into your Cobra. Belly on the mat, hips on the mat, head and chest lifted, heart open. Tuck the toes in, push the hips back into Downward Dog. Step the right foot between the hands and lift the chest and the hands up, coming into a high lunge. Go ahead and rotate that left foot, coming into your Warrior. Hands should be parallel, unlike mine here. Float the hands back down, meeting the mat. Right foot meets the left foot at the back of the mat, again coming into plank. Knees meet the mat. Lower your chest and then your chin to meet the mat. And go ahead and roll up onto Cobra. tuck the toes under, pushing the hips back, coming back into down dog. Remembering to breathe. Step or hop the feet up as you come into standing forward fold, pulling back on the backs of the legs if you want. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe walking the hands behind you. Inhale, keeping the feet and legs together, knees bent, coming up into chair. Inhale all the way up, palms together, arms down to heart center. Inhale up, coming into mountain. I'm just checking to make sure I'm still recording because that has been a struggle for me lately with many of my videos getting cut short. This was not one of them, so we are all good. So coming back into mountain. Inhale up, exhale, arms down, heart center. Inhale back up, exhale, forward fold. Hands meet the mat, right leg steps back, coming into a low lunge. Left leg meets the right at the back of the mat, coming into plank. Hips push back, coming into downward dog. Left leg floats up into three-legged dog. And release back to the mat. Right leg floats up into three-legged dog. And hold and breathe. And release it back to the mat. Left leg floats up into three-legged dog again, pushing through your shoulders. Trying to square the hips. And release back to the mat. Right leg floats up for a three-legged dog. Again, holding, pushing up through our shoulders, extending through the legs, and releasing back to the mat. Knees come to the mat and push back as you extend the arms forward. Forehead comes to the mat for child's pose. Enjoying this gentle stretch. Coming back up onto table, toes tuck under, hips push back up into down dog. Left leg floats up into three-legged dog. Left leg comes in and crunches under and hold. Left leg floats back up for a three-legged dog and hold and release back to the mat. Right leg floats up into three-legged dog and holds. Right leg releases and crunches in, coming to the middle and hold and hover. Right leg floats back up into three-legged dog and releases back to the mat, coming back into down dog. Left leg floats up into three-legged dog and comes across into fallen triangle as the right arm releases into the air and we hold. Release the right arm back to the mat as the left leg bends at the knee and comes in and extends out and over your right leg as your left arm comes off of the ground, up and extends out and over as you open your heart for Wild Thing and hold and breathe. Left arm comes back and meets the mat, left leg comes back and meets the mat, coming back into a plank, and then pushing back for downward dog. Right leg extends into three-legged dog and bends at the knee as it crosses over, coming into fallen triangle as we lift the left hand up and out and hold, lifting our chest and hips. Left hand comes down and meets the mat as the right leg bends in and comes back all the way up and over the left. This time the right arm extends up, out, and over, lifting the chest through the heart for wild thing. Right hand releases back to the mat as the right leg comes back into plank. Knees meet the mat. Forehead meets the mat. Arms extend for child's pose. Coming up into table. Tuck the toes under or not, and inhale and extend the right arm up and thread the needle as you exhale and bring it down, lengthening the left arm forward, allowing a deep stretch in your shoulder, and if you're like me with tight hips, in your hips. Left hand frames the face, right arm floats back up and comes back down into table. Inhale the left arm all the way up, and on your exhale, thread the left arm through the needle, allowing your shoulder to meet the mat, and then the right arm to extend out forward. Remembering to breathe. When you're ready, right arm frames the face, then the left arm extends all the way up and out and comes back down to table. I did not demonstrate that, but that's what was supposed to happen here. Coming into hero, or an easy seat. Come into an easy seat, top of our mats. Inhale the arms up, and exhale the right arm to the mat, allowing the left arm to go over, giving yourself an easy side stretch. Going deeper and deeper as you exhale, remembering to lengthen the spine. Inhale up and drop the arm. Inhale, right arm up, and go ahead and lean over to your opposite side, allowing the left elbow or forearm to meet the mat as your right arm stays extended, and inhale all the way up to your easy seat position. Allow your left arm to come in front or on your knee as your right arm goes behind you as you inhale up and twist on each exhale and release. This time, go to the opposite side. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale and twist towards the back of the room. Go ahead and release. Take your arms behind you as you inhale and push the hips forward, allowing your hips and front side to get a deep stretch, and then release back to the mat. Straighten out your right leg as you inhale up and exhale, folding over the right leg with the left knee bent. Remembering to breathe. Inhale the arms up. Release the left leg out and the right leg bent. As you inhale up and exhale, forward fold over the left leg, reaching towards the foot, allowing the nose to touch the knee or the belly to touch the thigh, whatever is in your practice. Inhale up and bring the feet together. As we lay back for a recline bound angle, allowing our hips to stretch as our knees float or fall towards the mat. Maybe giving ourselves a little bit of a deeper stretch, assisting them, or just leaving our hands by our sides, allowing them to do whatever they do. Remembering to breathe through the moments and through the stretch. Bringing the knees together. Lift the right leg and place it up and over and bent at the knee to the left. As you sit up and give yourself a stretch in your hip, remembering to keep the foot flexed. Pushing up, lengthening through the spine, focusing on the hip. Release the right foot back down and bring the left foot up and out. Remember to protect your knee and flex the foot. Again, lengthening through the spine and pushing up through those hands if you need to, as much as you can, to feel a deep stretch. Here, I'm hugging my hip or my leg in just a little bit, really awkwardly, but just trying to get that stretch in the hip that I need. But you also can grab the back leg of the one that's straight, and that's the better way to do what I was just trying to do. Bring the feet together, legs straight. Inhale all the way up and exhale, forward fold. Remembering to breathe as you go deeper into the stretch. Each exhale allows for deeper stretching. Inhale and bring the body up. And find a comfortable place on your mat as you bring the right leg up and pull in 4 splits. At least working on your splits. Pulling in that right leg towards you, keeping the hips grounded on the mat and square. You can create a micro bend in the knee, whatever feels good to you. Don't overdo it. Inhale the left leg up, and we're going to do the same thing, pulling on our left leg towards us. Each exhale allows the leg to come deeper towards our bodies while keeping the right leg straight on the mat and our hips centered and grounded. Extend the right leg in, knees bent, and place it to the opposite side. Arms extended, face away from the knee. Go ahead and bring the right knee in and extend it down. This time, bringing the left leg in and extending it over the right as we look towards the left, giving our back a stretch, mainly the lower back, feeling real good there. And find a comfortable place on your mat as we end our practice in Shavasana. Focus on the breath. As you go in and out. Focus on the feet as they get heavier into the mat. Legs are heavy. Bottom is heavy. Hips are heavy. Noticing our breath as our abdomen moves up and down. Noticing our chest. Noticing how our lungs feel, filling up with air. Appreciating our bodies and our practice. Sit here for a moment, focusing on the breath. Bringing attention back to our bodies. Bringing attention to the toes and the feet. Bringing awareness to our abdomen, our chest, and our chins. We appreciate our bodies, our minds, our souls, our practice. Take a few more deep breaths in and out as your body is filled with movement and you come back up to a seated position. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I express joy and gratitude. May many peace and blessings follow you wherever you may go. Thank you. Namaste.